So being married and dealing with struggles of just marriage, what is it that you do, like when you get in a disagreement? How do you work through that?
So, you know, I think that whenever you are married, and there are disagreements, or there are, I will say, the struggle of the yin and the yang and all of the, you know, because it happens, okay? I think that it's important that you communicate, and that you communicate well, and that the other person works to comprehend what you're saying, okay? And because sometimes you're talking,
those are true,
but nobody's really listening to what you're saying. And that's when the issue comes in. So for me, for example, I will say I am a very outspoken person. And I was kind of raised that way, to be honest. I was actually sharing with someone earlier. I can still remember as a child how my mother was never that mother to say to me, I'm the parent, this is what I'm saying, and that's it. She would always allow me to say my part, how I felt. She would allow me to speak how I felt. Of course, when it was all said and done, it was still her decision ultimately. But I am very thankful to this day, and I'm the same way with my children now. I'm very thankful for that because, one, it taught me communication skills. Two, it taught me how to express myself, and to express myself in a way that was still respectful. Because that was my mom, so I wasn't about to get disrespectful. And then two, I will say that it also taught me that just because you communicate something to someone doesn't mean they're going to agree with you. Because like I said, she was still mom. So even once I pled my case, and I've, you know, laid it out really good, what I thought was real good, that doesn't mean she rolled with me. Okay. So it also taught me early on that everyone's not going to agree with you, and that's okay too. And I think that's why for my long-term friends that I have, I think that's why we rarely have any arguments. We rarely have disagreements, because we both understand, hey, you can express yourself. It don't mean I'm going to agree. But then after it's all said and done, like, girl, what you want to go get to eat? You know?
I love that. I recently had a situation like that, and I was telling my friend, I was like, okay, take a break. Breathe, step back. We don't have to think the same. You know, let's just agree to disagree, and let's go have some curry. Absolutely. And that's very true. And so I think in a relationship, again, a relationship or marriage, even a friendship, really this can go to everything. You've got to make sure the communication is there and that you're respectfully communicating. Sometimes, you know, things happen that makes it kind of tough to respectfully communicate. Sometimes, you know, you might have to go on up to a 100. I'm guilty, okay? I'm not always proud that I do that, but I am guilty of that too. But, you know, we're human. And sometimes things come out a different way than maybe what we'd hoped or we'd intended. However, I think it's important that you communicate in a way that it can be understood, and the other person on the other end is willing to listen and try to comprehend what you're saying. I love that.